To answer this question, we need to start off by doing 1 minus the probability of red and blue. Which is 0.7. Then we're told that the probability of picking a yellow ball is 0.15 more than the probability of picking a white ball. And we know that if we add those two probabilities together, that will give us 0.7. And we can solve for x to get a value of 0.275. Which means our value for white, our probability of picking a white is 0.275, and our probability of picking yellow is just 0.15 more than this. For part B, we're told there's 200 balls in the box, so we simply take the 200 balls and we times it by the probability of picking a blue, which is 0.22. And that gives us an answer of 44. This question we need to use direct and indirect proportion. So it takes 18 hours for 6 identical machines to produce a batch of parts. Let's set up the equation first. Then we can turn that into an equation and put in the values of 18 and 6 to get our value for k. Which is 108. Substituting that back into the original equation gives us t equals 108 over m. And then we finally just need to substitute m equals 4 and solve for t, and that will be our time in hours. Which is 27. So for this question, we need to work that area of the shaded segment. We have to start off by working out the area of a circle. We can substitute in the radius of 10 centimeters. That gives us an answer of 314.16, which at the moment I'm leaving as 2 decimal places. Now we know this is a quarter of a circle, so we're going to divide this by 4 to work out the area of this sector. And now we've worked out the area of the sector, we just need to work the area of this triangle ABC and take that away from 78.54, and that will give us the answer to the segment BCQ. Which gives us 28.54. However, they want 3 significant figures, so our answer is going to be 28.5. Here we have a recurring decimal question. The method for these is always the same. First, we're going to call the 0.512x, and because it's the 1 and the 2 that's recurring, we're actually going to times this by 10. Now I want to move the decimal to after the 2, so that we continue to have 1, 2 recurring after the decimal as well. So we're going to do 1000x. Then I'm going to do 1000x minus the 10x, which leaves us with 990x, and then the 512.12 recurring minus the 5.12 recurring, which leaves us with 507. Then we need to divide both sides by 990 and simplify. By dividing both sides by 3. Here we have a quadratic to solve, and they've specifically asked us to use completing the square to solve it. So I'm just going to run through the method and solve it step by step. Bring the x squared down, halve the minus 10, square the minus 5 and write it as a negative, bring the plus 7 down, equal to 0, and then solve. Add 18 to both sides. Square root both sides, and remember that we're going to have two solutions when we square root 18. And we've also been told two decimal places, and then solve both of the equations. Which gives us two solutions of 9.24 and 0.76. Now we have standard forms. We just need to write 8.32 times 10 to the power minus 5 as an ordinary number. So let's move the decimal place back 5 places. And then fill in the blanks. Gives us an answer of 0.0000832. Part B is just testing if you know how to use a calculator. So type this into a calculator. I like to put brackets around each of the different standard forms. And when you put this into the calculator, it will give you an answer of 7,920,000. However, remember they want the answer in standard form, so at the moment the decimal is here. We just need to move it back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our answer is going to be 7.92 times 10 to the power of 6.